I'm live. Let me paste the link.
It's late. Get in here now.
Get in, get in,
Ooh, that's disgusting.
What?
6 hours and 20 minutes until my alarm goes off.
You got a flight or something, or?
No, just I'm driving early because Pittsburgh's only 2 hours away, and the Tigers are in town, so we've got an office over there.
Oh, nice. So you're just working from Detroit.
So I gotta drive
Or
over.
Pittsburgh,
Well,
I'm
no,
sorry.
drive to Pittsburgh, get there. It's gonna be a long day too. We should They should have moved the Miners playoffs just to accommodate me.
They really should have, man. That's absurd. Alright.
This is shirt number 2. So
Shirt number 2.
this is
Explain it to me because I don't understand.
So you might not have heard of MJ Lenderman as a band.
No.
But they had a shirt that was, what did they go? The concert was like last fall, and it was right around the time of those giant floods in Carolina. So this is doubles as a fundraiser.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
How
Two.
virtuous of you.
I know. So not only does I like the band in the first place, they're like, oh yeah, come make some money.
So that was number 2.
Number two. All right.
All
We're
right.
gonna start the show with "Goodbye Lemon."
Well, we'll probably get it for the mover. I mean, I guess someone could ban it, but
make it Game 7 and make it so that no one has to play that map ever again.
brutal to watch. Such a snoozer. And like even the Caps, like it was like I don't know what was the final score on that. It was actually like a decent Cap game, but like even then, it's just incredibly boring to watch.
No thanks. We've got a mover.
We got a mover. Go HGB FWO real quick.
Yeah, 4-1 FWO, right, and then 4-3. What am I missing? TMS just beat LBT.
Yep. So I'll be honest with you, HGB, like we loaded in the game 1, and before the lag out happens, HGB is kind of giving it to FWO.
And like outplaying.
Yeah, and I was sitting there, and I'm like, I just watched Tag Prof and Vic playing the Majors Foci 4 last night, and I'm like, and I was like, why was I so sure that they couldn't put up a fight here?
Training weights. Yeah, no, and I mean, it makes sense. I can't quite figure out why that team wasn't good enough to keep going.
Well, who knows what happens if they don't lose Freak in game 1. I mean, obviously they push it at least to 6, but once those maps started getting fast, like they lost 3 straight.
That's what I put in my notes.
Acida, Sardonica, Jardim were the last 3 games and 3 losses.
Yeah,
like once it got fast, FWO was playing so freaking fast. Hugh was like everywhere, man. I mean, he was awesome.
That was when HGB had no kind of answer. I thought Pass was really good.
Me too, and that was my big worry for them coming into tonight. It was like FWO is good. If there's one spot they're maybe not as good, it's Pass. But like Pass secured that. Was that game 1 in clutch time? Had that nice play on mid boost.
It could have been like game 3, I thought.
It was one of those early games, I think. But it had a really nice play in clutch time just to shut down the FC and take the win.
Like a solo, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then no, and just like most of the time was just looking like very much like in place.
Agreed.
No issues to worry about. I'm trying to think why couldn't HGB have been? Am I missing something with HGB? Like their 4th is not that bad. I'm trying to think of who their.
I know you've been a big A-Dog guy.
And exactly.
Thought he was all right.
Not the issue.
I just think it was too fast for him, man. Like Hugh and Jazz were just too good.
Tonight was one of those where it was as Tag Prof goes, so goes the rest of the squadron. Like he was good on Lemon, like got a solo for a return for Cap, and then he had a bad Acida game and they just got demolished.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I guess if you stacked everyone up, you would say that A-Dog I mean, and I know I love him, like was technically the worst player left.
Agreed.
maybe that's it. But even then, it's like the margins are so small.
Well, and I think what really helped HEB early too. I mean, I think the map pace helped, but also, and maybe this plays into the map pace. Like they were winning pups fairly consistently. Like game one, they had a 5-1 advantage on Tads, I think, or something like that. Um, but they were winning pups fairly consistently, and I think just being able to slow down and think about it, and just like get set up and let tag prof whoever hold,
No,
really
they just
helped them.
don't. They don't allow that. If FWO doesn't just like they don't let you get into what you want to do.
Right, and especially on like Aceta, I mean that times a million. Like
Well, in Aceta,
they
very
force you to make quick decisions, right? And it's just a lot harder to commit to pups when Hughes coming in the cap or Marcus or whoever it is.
I think even watching last night, like it's hard for any team to grab control on that map
Yep,
unless the other team is kind of in that cycle of like grab, die, grab, die, grab, die.
yep,
You're cooked. Um, yeah, I mean, not much to say. Here's the other thing I kind of noticed was that like FWO kind of brought their A game and their C game
agreed.
at the same time in the
I actually thought
series.
this was a bad Marcus night. Well,
I
not
mean,
not not bad, but like not the level we've seen him play at. And like if you're HEB, like you gotta love that he didn't play all that great, you know. And you still
right. I
only won
mean,
one game. I mean that's just tough.
yeah, and I mean, am I missing something? Did they have a chance they lose the one in overtime, perhaps? Or was that the other series that I'm thinking
No,
of
they
where
won.
they were
They lost
overtime
one in
winners?
overtime on Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. It was just an easy pass three anti being played. I mean, it was
yeah.
fine.
There was that was there was also kind of like the elite moment of the night was game four here where one of the games was one cap and the other one was in overtime at the same time.
Yep.
And I forget I don't know exactly what time of night it was, but you're just like this is I think in the future if there's a way for us to start like staggering those start times. I know it's tough to do because you want scrims and such, but um it's kind of a bummer when the first few games of this really good LVT series with TMS, like they kind of get cut off a little bit
Yep.
by
For sure.
the and kind of same thing happened with you guys last night with AIC is you get this amazing 7 game series and you get most of the people that are in it like game 3 or 4.
Yeah, because that first series was going on during the time. Yeah.
Exactly.
But like, you also don't want to have the situation we have now where you finish at midnight either.
No,
So
if you can avoid it.
getting that stagger rate's tough. Although tonight was like super brutal as far as just like people taking time in between games.
Yeah,
I mean, that was insane how long people were taking.
not good.
Not
But
good.
I get it. I get it. You're in the playoffs. Um, I guess we can kind of tie some of this. I mean, do we have much more to say about what I have to say about FWO kind of ties into into the next series.
Yeah. No, make the tie-in. Go
So
ahead.
so I have bad news. I don't think either one of LBT or TMS kind of made the like played well enough to like give them I wouldn't say much hope, but just like there's not much chance of like a surprising 5 or 6 5 game victory for TMS.
Agreed.
But I will say, which team in the league has the 3-2 win over FWO?
I know. Mine is Jazz, of course, and I guess I'll bring it up now because I wanted to do it when we did the mover. But there's a nice little symmetry to it. The first game to start the season, because that was a Sunday
Yes,
game, it'll be the same series at the end of the season. That's kind of fun.
I bet you that's rarely happened in shoot like all of competitive tag pro.
Yeah, because I mean, who's rescheduling the week one game to a standalone prior to Monday? That
Well,
never happens, dude.
that plus just the idea of like back when we had like bigger seasons, there was just um such a smaller chance that you would get matched up with a playoff team in the
Yep.
first round with you in the first round of games.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, this is a very fun series, of course, right?
Yep.
We kind of figured. At points, I was sitting there going, "Man, was LBT the real TMS all along?"
What do you mean by that?
Just like, what do we talk about with TMS all season? It's like they're so smart. They play the
Hmm.
game correctly every single time. And for parts of this game, I mean, LBT was just making the plays and keeping TMS on their back foot. I mean, which map was it where um was it Flacid type map where TMS just looked complete, or one of the teams just looked completely lost at sea.
Yeah, Foci type map was a big LBT win.
That looked, whew.
Yep.
I mean, this had a little bit of everything in it, where you had some mental fortitude. Didn't LBT go up 2-1, and
Th-
uh, and you got to show some character to get back into the series and win it.
yeah,
Um,
I think especially for TMS, like
God
because
damn it, Pass.
the games they lost, I mean, were not particularly close. I mean, they were two blowouts by LBT in that series, and every game TMS was winning. It was like a dogfight, like one cap, a couple, I think one in overtime. I mean, they had the slog for all those wins that they got, so it's a huge testament to their mental for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
LBT's wins, it was just like blowout, blowout, you know.
I couldn't tell if it was like both teams not knowing the maps in the middle games. Like who was it that like had someone really struggled on Lemon for most of it, and then they kind of came back into it and made it work. I think LBT had a big lead early on Lemon, and you're just like, what? Like, neither one of these teams has looked that bad on an individual map all season, and then all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden you get them stuck in those weird situations. Um, I don't have much to say about like any individual game except for Game 7. It's good OD from TMS. Surprise, surprise. It's a
Mm-hmm.
story as old as time, as I like to say.
Yep.
Um, the other thing I noticed that they should continue doing and will work, should work in a big game like this against FWO is they kind of went the ASAP strat after going two nothing up, right? Like lots of extra grabs, lots of extra 3D. I don't mind it one bit. I thought that was very smart.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a hard time thinking that's the right way
Giving
to
ASAP
play
credit.
against FWO.
No, but shoot, talk about a team that grabs as well, or a duo that grabs as well as Hugh and Jazz does.
Yeah.
Countering that somehow by playing 3D. I'm
No,
just saying.
yeah, 3D is your point. Sure. I worry about
Oh yeah,
extra
just
flacids, right?
the likelihood that they're the ones getting up like that in the first one. I mean, not to say it couldn't work. I'm just I'm spitballing here.
Yeah.
I mean,
And so
we're kind of
last,
all searching for ways for TMS to turn this into a big series.
well, I think, mm, real quick. Well, hold on. Oh, so we'll go Mooper then. Like
No, no more notes.
when HCB won their game, and when they look competitive in game one, like, do you think there's credence to picking maps that aren't those quicker maps? Like, do you think that helps TMS and the Mooper if they prioritize Lemon,
See,
if
I
they
think Moonbase
go
is fast.
Willow, Audacity, Flaccid type map?
I think Moonbase is fast is the thing, and like they didn't look all that great on Moonbase.
Well, Moonbase is a different sort of fast, I think.
Right.
Right?
It's
It's
a
still
it's a
actually a fairly big map.
it's like a yeah like a long fast.
Yes. But like
I don't
these
know.
Acetas and the Sardonicas, when you're down the map in half a second and they jarred them to somewhat
Yeah,
similar
I think
extent.
if you're tight and you're playing them on a Ceta, that's the one situation you don't want to be in.
Yeah. So if I'm TMS, I think I'm trying to get those slower maps in. So like my starting four is probably like Audacity, Lemon, Willow, and then I don't know, pick one. Centenario maybe.
I think it's less about the maps and more about the what parts of our game that we did well against LBT can still work. You know, yeah, Russ has a good point. Like you keep flooding people ahead. You keep I know um people or the thing I noticed too, like you say Marcus was not good tonight. I mean, I'd have to watch more games to figure out, but because HB kept winning tags, like Marcus dies to tags quite a bit.
Yep.
So I mean,
But if
you look
if
at
the
like
advice
what's
is
transferable, like win pups and play good OD. Like
right, right,
it
it's
sounds very
simple, right?
stupid,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But I think that's something that you look back and you go, what translates from our game the whole season? And TMS usually I don't think has really had to do the thing where they play a bunch of OD, right? I mean they win pups okay. We should have done like team stats and seen what the team pup percentages are. I always think that's a good stat to have. You know what I mean? Like remember when
yeah. I mean, you can
just
check regular season. I know
yeah,
Poet, despite not playing for
like Tag Pro League has
3 weeks.
individual, but I wish there was an element of team stats on
Yeah,
there
no, I
for that.
understand what you're saying. I'm gonna
Like
pull up Tag
I
Pro
just
League
think
real
I
quick.
think it's less about the maps for TMS and more about the you know I watched those last maybe 3 games against LBT and they were all pretty close. Maybe one of them wasn't close. Maybe one was another blow up in there, but like just smart OD picking their times to make grabs. Um, and the one thing they got to do is they just got to be they got to feel very comfortable with the flag because if you rush against FWO and you get yourself in a situation where you go, oh man, I've run out of places to go. I've used up all my boosts. I don't have anything left. That's when um you know that's when it's Jazz and Marcus coming in on you with pass on anti and you guys are cooked.
Yeah. Well, that's where
And
I thought Irony actually did a fairly good job tonight in that when he wasn't super aggressive. I think he had a game. Gosh, game 5. I want to say he went over 3 minutes in hold. He was fairly patient tonight, which maybe not normally the case from him, but I thought he was fairly patient. Um, so yeah, to your point, look to do that against FWO for sure. Um,
I just don't think you're gonna get into a game of like what's the right phrase? You grab and you're out and you just like slow the game down and have 2 minutes of pressure, like like you know what I mean, like slow pressure.
yeah,
I don't see that being the way that these games end up going. Partly because of the nerve factor, like everything just gets popped up a little bit harder, and then um you're a little bit more frantic. You're making you're the team on OD and you're making a grab that you shouldn't.
yeah. All right. So just FYI, Poet led the league in putt percentage this season.
I'm shocked.
No one really stands out pub wise other than that. So if Poet can lead the charge, if they can, and you said it already, and it's stupidly simple. But if you win the God bless you, if you win the Teds, I mean that's it. And we said that coming into their series against LBT tonight. It was like whoever wins pubs win the series, which I actually don't think was necessarily all that true. A couple of games,
No,
Pups pretty well tilted it, but there were a lot of like just 2-on-2, nice flag carrying around OD, or if you want to call it bad OD, I guess you can. But there were a lot of just 2-on-2 caps, Pups aside.
the other thing too is that it's not like we saw. I mean, the whole season we've not seen FW on their heels a whole bunch,
No,
and I want to know how they hold up against like whether it's that fast pressure after chance after chance, or that slower kind of like you know fold for a minute, maybe have 2 chances in there, and then turn around and pups come up. I mean, I feel like they just don't really end up in that situation all that often, and I'm pretty
mm-hmm.
sure that's by design.
Yeah.
Another good night for Hugh. I was thinking about playoff MVP, and it was either going to be Hugh or Trapson for me so far.
Do you have a good pun on Conn Smythe? I'm 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 trying to think
Ooh,
about it right now. Conn Snipe,
yeah,
the Conn Snipe. Use the front
yeah,
runner.
yeah.
Yeah.
We may have done it. Wow.
Well,
See, I remember I did something for NLTP like a while ago where I was going back through like Nooper Ball MVPs.
mm-hmm.
That's good. The Con Snipe.
Was that New Husky back in season 8?
See, I think I could have given it to Evan.
Yeah, sure. Oh,
But like I
I
went
think you
through.
could be quoted from a previous Clutch Time episode that you and Evan were by
We're
far the
both
worst
technically the.
players on that Newford team.
Yeah, isn't that the funniest thing?
Yeah.
Why can't I find? I'm gonna have to find that because I mean it was I don't know if I actually finished it and put it on the um subreddit or not.
If you did, I
The
never saw it. But so,
no.
yeah, I would agree. Hughes definitely in contention. Great series tonight. Although he's kind of hurt by the fact he's only had one playoff series.
Yeah, but
TMS has had two. I think Irony's their contender, right?
sure.
You know.
NLTP. Hmm. Boy, what a bummer. Because this was I put like actual work into it. It might have been the pandemic. Like I sat there and watched like season 2 Noob or whatever it was,
That's way
or
too much effort.
whatever was available. Not like the whole thing start to finish, but just like general idea.
Sure.
Um, yeah. What's your feeling?
On who wins it?
Yeah,
Um, I just think FWO is too good. I think it's. I hate to call it 5 games, but
no. It's at least 6.
I don't know. I was I was thinking 5 was aggressive. I was gonna call it 6. So let's go FWO and 6.
Yeah, because I'm leaning towards like it could be 7, just because these series have ways of getting crazy, and talk about a team that's gonna like stay mentally in it the whole way. What about the team that just went down 2-1 after winning the first game, and all of a sudden they are behind the 8 ball? Comes together, TMS does, and
Mm-hmm.
just makes it makes the plays.
Yeah,
But playing FWO is a whole nother beast entirely.
it is. I love the. I know we mentioned it already. I just love that it's just the two bookends of the season. It's the same matchup. I mean, you
I
can't
can't believe
write it
Pass
better
found
than
that.
that. You really
He
can't.
said he says season 30. What do you say? Season 35, and the Mooper matchup was also in week 1. I mean, it's going to be more likely to happen with these smaller just seasons where it's 8 teams and
Also,
everybody plays each other.
that may have happened, but also were they the first matchup of week one? I don't know. We know for sure that Sunday match
You
was the
streamed it,
first match of the season.
right? I thought you streamed it. Someone streamed it.
Yeah, no, I didn't stream it. I had to go back and watch the film on it. I just don't remember who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really pumped. Fun storyline.
Yeah, and worthy winners either way, right? Either FWO has kind of gone through the season and romped, or TMS, you know, they only have they lost a single like series worth of games? Like did
Team S has lost. They lost a series to HGB, I believe,
hmm,
in like week 5. Other
hmm,
than that, they've been fairly consistent.
I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
Me too. Like FWO has the only 2 times they've lost is like the only time they've lost this season has been against TMS. Like, what if TMS just gives them both their losses this season? I mean, that'd be something else. Yeah,
Yeah, it would validate a lot of my predictions from the start of the season, thankfully.
yeah. I don't
Oh,
have much else. Just kind of just pumped for the
no,
matchup.
it's
I hope it's
late.
not a blowout.
No, I know where your head's at. I just don't think it can be. I mean,
I watched them turn it on after game 2, I guess, against
yeah,
HEV, and it's
I
like
do.
they start winning those games 9-2,
Yeah,
10-2,
I
and
also
it's
think
like,
I think HGB did take a drop off. That too. That is kind of part of it.
you know. But these were our top 3 entering the postseason, and the series results kind of delivered on that. TMS,
Thank
LBT,
goodness.
FWO. So
Yes. Sorry, it's very late, so we must.
we'll end it
Oh,
there.
provided the Mooper starts at a good time, the clutch time will actually have like some good analysis in there.
Oh, and by the way, tune in to the Mooper because as far as I know, I'm streaming it.
Oh,
So
beautiful. I'll co-com. I just won't have the face in there. That way we can put full screen.
yep, that'll be good.
Full screen action.
That's right.
Don't need to see this mug.
All right. Well, on it there, Coos. Enjoy your travels tomorrow. Be safe.
Oh yeah, I'll put some pictures up. Don't you worry,
All right.
folks.
Thanks
You can
for
live
hopping on so
vicariously.
late.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.
See you. All right, stream. Thanks. I know it was a short one, but late night tonight. Again, next Monday, I assume I should be streaming that FWO versus TMS for the mover. So we'll see you guys then. Thanks for tuning in.